And salutations, friends. I'm back with some more Flare Empyrean, and here we are in this. I almost made a terrible pun and said this cool snow area, but at any rate, here we are in this snowy place. I'm not sure like how it's supposed to be connected with anything. I guess you're just going to different areas to find these implements so you can write your name in the Book of the Dead. And I just got a critical there. That was kind of awesome. But yeah, so we finally get some new equipment around here too, like an actual upgrade rather than like some magical effects on the equipment. This is actually like overall better tier. And of course, the warrior is now able to use his, I forget what it's called, Quake? Yeah, that's it. His Quake attack more often. And here's our friendly merchant who happens to be a goblin, I think. So we have some cool leather pants so we can get on the motorcycle and ride around. That'd be kind of weird in a game like this, I suppose. I would like to see something like a hack and slash Final Fantasy VII. That would be great. Was there something like that ever? I'm trying to remember. There's so much Final Fantasy crap out there. It's hard to say. So maybe there is hack and slash Final Fantasy VII stuff. I think there was like a hack and slash Final Fantasy game. But yeah, we can trade in our old dagger for a fancy short sword. And I think I messed up here. Like, I bought, like, the weaker sword. And I could have kicked myself because then I'm like, oh, there's a blue sword that's a little bit more powerful. Well, of course, I'm just browsing all the nice wares here. One thing I noticed is the sorcerer gets different armor than the archer and the warrior. I think the sorcerer gets like a... He has like, if you can see like that robe type looking thing down there. Makes sense. It has less defense, but I think it has some other things. It's like lower requirements or some shit. I guess they expect you to just pump mental on the sorcerer, so they're just like, screw it, we won't even make you have much of a defense requirement. Makes sense, I suppose. We're still fighting goblins. Why not? There's a meme I saw, I wish I kept it, like I wish I just like got a screenshot of it. There's this meme of this guy like hitting crabs with a stick. It was like an old style drawing, I don't know where they found it. And it said RPGs level 3. And then like on the other half of the meme was this guy with like a glowing stick. And he's hitting like pink crabs with the glowing stick. It was like the exact same picture. And it said RPGs level 99. And I thought that's very true. And we got a level up, that's always fun. I had to put a little bit more into defense because the requirements for the armor were higher than expected. I also really don't know if I'm actually putting enough points. And we finally got Shield Bash. Finally. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't really know if I'm putting enough points into defense. I feel like he takes a lot of damage. But of course, if I didn't put any points into, like, his power, then he wouldn't be doing much damage. I used to try to stack defense a lot in games when I was a kid. I don't know why. It was just something about being an invincible juggernaut, I suppose. And I guess we go and buy the shield. I don't really know what I was doing. I think I just really wanted to see the upgraded versions of these items. and was just trying to find whatever I could buy. Of course, we put those cool leather pants on. And he's wearing fucking sandals in the snow. It's always a good choice. Sandals and a shitty cloth shirt. This build's start to like really kind of come into its own at this point, because there's an awful lot of melee enemies in here. Although I'm not really sure if I'm saying that word right. It looks like melee, or melee. I don't know. But I looked it up once, and I think it's pronounced melee. I don't remember the. It'll forever be a mystery. People seem to say melee a lot, though. A few times I've heard it. But yeah, there's a lot of close combat dudes here, so he was able to make use of this shit really well. And you can see the shield does nice damage. It's good to move into things. Like, it's especially nice against, like, mages and shit. I think that's what it was designed for. It's also a great opener and/or finisher. But it doesn't really have very much reach. Like, I think he goes, like, a couple spaces. We'll have to see. It's just, like, a little underwhelming, I guess. I think they probably wanted you to use this as like a secondary skill that goes with maybe Blood Strike, or like what would another one be? I think he has Cleave. I think maybe they want you to do something like that. Of course, I had to go with Quake because I'm an idiot. And we'll see, it really kind of like falls off in the whole effectiveness curve a little later on when we get to the point where we're fighting a lot of ranged enemies. Quake isn't the best thing to use on a mage. They're going to try to run from you anyway. I don't know, I was checking my hit points there, like I didn't believe it would give me 100 hit points or some shit. You also get, like, actual plate, or no, you get chain armor, too. We'll see that in later videos. I'm really hoping I find some dude called, I think his name's, like, Ardwolf. I might be getting that wrong. Ardwolf is actually a mod. And that was really kind of a proto-MMORPG. It was a multi-user dungeon, and it was like all text-based. I actually played it. It was pretty good, really. But, it has little to do with this. I wonder if they just put that in there as like a reference. Maybe there's an Ardwolf fan on the development team. I don't really know how many people worked on this game, either. I know there's a guy named Dorkster. Great name. He seems to be credited for the game. And I don't know if he's a sole dev, though. I would say that this looks like it was probably made by more than one person. That's just a guess. Yeah, see, this is where this build kind of has some problems. I really kind of wish I did, like... I was thinking of doing, like, a throwing knife build for this guy. And I kind of wish I did, but that makes it not feel like a warrior. There is a game called Darkstone on the Sony PlayStation. There was also a computer game. I think the computer version was probably a little bit better. Maybe I'll play it someday if it's actually even playable. Maybe I could get it off of Good Old Games, but you could be a thief, and his thing was throwing knives and axes. It was actually pretty awesome. He was like the best dude in the game, too. Like, there's... the other classes were just ass in comparison to him. But, yeah, it'd be kind of like that. But I was thinking, like, if I do that, I might as well just roll an archer. And there's a high likelihood that I'll probably do more videos for this game. I don't see why not. But if I do an Archer and I'm shooting things, it'll be like 2 whole sets of videos where I'm just shooting shit. One as a warrior and the other as the archer. I'm also considering going back to Diablo Beelzebub. If you're watching this channel, there's a high likelihood that you subscribed because of that, because it's probably one of the most popular things I did. It's kind of weird because like the videos are, even by my standards, not very good. I was just coming home from work and like I just really wanted to play the game, so like I didn't care if I was tired or not. I didn't care like about fucking anything. I was just like, I'm just gonna play this shit and record it and whatever. But you know, people seem to like them, so that's awesome. I really appreciate that. But I'm thinking of doing that game again because I really liked it. And, you know, you guys seem to like the videos, so why not? And I'm a huge Diablo fan, which is why this game is like something I had to get and had to play like right away, even though I have a whole lot of shit on my plate. And that was awful. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. I think I was I don't know. I can't even make up an excuse for myself. I think I was, hopefully I was like trying to drink some coffee or something. Or, oh, I know what it is. I put the regular attack on the button. It was fucking with me. That's what it was. That's the excuse I'm gonna go with. This build can wreck the shit out of groups. I just really wonder about the well, that's interesting. I'm sitting there trying to read this shit. Yeah, I really wonder what Bloodstrike does, because like these attacks aren't really like focused single target attacks. So like what would like a level 5 Bloodstrike do to shit? Like probably just outright kill some of these enemies. His Bloodstrike, if I recall correctly, it has like on level 1 it's like 125%. And we're going to just rape this poor little boss here. I love the sounds they make. Yeah, sorry, Bloodstrike, and oh, he got bleed on me too. I almost died. So I think there's another socket, and we found the sapphire. Okay. And it really just opens up like this little hidden room with some treasure, sort of. It's nothing great though. There's like one box. I don't even think we got anything good out of it. Oh, gold. Me gold! That's what I need to watch, is some Leprechaun. Best movie ever. I remember the so-called movie critics that were like on the evening news back when that movie came out. They were so enraged by it. It was like as if it was like the worst thing they ever saw. I mean, it was admittedly really bad, but I think that was the point. I think it totally went over their heads. So yeah, we get to kill some more shit. Those zombies are so... They remind me so much of Diablo 2, it's ridiculous. Another game I'd like to do is Path of Exile. I've been thinking of it. I don't know if I'll ever do it. It would be fun though. It's probably, at least as far as I know, and I'm totally open to being corrected about this. I'd love to be corrected, actually, even though Path of Exile is excellent. But as far as I know, it's probably like the best free online game out there. It's actually not like a shitty cash shop, pay to win bullshit game. There is like microtransaction stuff, but it's mostly cosmetic. And I think you can buy like inventory space or box store. It's like storage box stash space. And I mean, that does kind of give you an edge in the game, but it's not really a big deal. In fact, like if you're smart, because there's like full-on trading in the game. If you're smart, like, and you have a lot of like stuff and like not a lot of space, you could probably just buy like a really expensive thing and just have most of your assets invested in that and just sell it if you need shit. So, you know, ultimately it's pretty fair. I'm talking about a lot of other games, but I don't really have much to say about Flare right now. I mean, we did kind of just go through a level that looked like other levels. And I'm not like trying to shit on the people who made this game because I do like it. And like I said, I feel like this is kind of like a demo. So it has that feel. It has like either like a demo or like a very finished alpha or early beta feel to it almost. I would say maybe even alpha. It's probably more accurate. I hope they add more to it. That'd be great. Like if they added some enemies and I don't know, maybe some more skills and weapon choices. Like I'm actually not much of a sword and board guy. I like a two-handed weapon. I like to smash things in the face with a big-ass axe or great sword. Maybe a halberd if I'm feeling spicy that day. So the whole sword and board thing, it's okay. Sometimes I do it, but yeah, I just like to get up in something's face and just ram a big old sword up its ass. That didn't sound right at all. So here we have the Black Mire Mines. Why we're going here? Well, no one knows, but it's the next place on the list. Like that's one of the things that I kind of like about this game. You can just keep going. Like, you know, some games it's like, oh, you gotta stop back in the town and talk to the Elder Cain to find out what your next quest is. Nope, not in here. You just fucking go, man. And then I leveled up. Oh. We're only level 6. Shit. I thought I was like maybe like level 10 by now. I'm hoping that I'll also meet well, I mentioned that. I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I really hope we'll meet that Aardwolf guy soon because I stopped playing because I have all these quests and one of them is for Aardwolf. And I don't know where Aardwolf is. I don't know where the shit we have to get is. Like, I'm just completely lost. I'm like, well, if I watch my videos, maybe we'll see Aardwolf and we'll know exactly what he wanted. That would be great. We could also always just like go backtrack through the game a little bit again. I mean, it's not like it's a massively huge world. I don't know what I was doing there. I guess I was just reading. Just trying to see what I should invest in. When I write the guide to this, I'm going to be like, you probably shouldn't do this build. I think something that's a little more balanced would work. If I were to like recommend build, I would say maybe a few points into the shield charge, like for like a classic warrior. A few points into the shield charge, and I guess like most of the points into like support skills and blood strike. I think that would probably be just right. Yeah, see, that's so much overkill. I think I was just trying to kite shit together here. Just lure them all together and slaughter them. That shield skill is actually becoming pretty badass. Good thing we have a lot of mana potions, damn. I wonder if it is possible at all to get your mana regen as a warrior up to the point where you don't have to guzzle potions. I'm not sure if it would be worth it though, because you would take so much from your other skills that it's just like, oh, well, I barely have anything. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'd use mana flow for a warrior. Like, if I make another build, I might just be like, oh, well, we'll just deal with the low magic reserves. And just put points into, maybe Wolf's Eye and the skills themselves, really. Make them count for more. I'm not sure if that would be very effective, but it'd be something you could experiment with. I don't know what I was doing here. I guess I was just very uncertain. Alright, so here we are in more mines. Now this whole area is like a honeycomb of tunnels and shit like that. And the game actually gets a little bit confusing here. And there's a good chance I didn't actually explore everything. And I don't know. I don't know if that's blocked off or if we just have to go around. We'll find out. I do think there is a blocked off mine in here somewhere. I just don't think we're up to that yet. I love the sounds the zombies make when they die. It's very squishy. And just like the zombies themselves, really. They're not very dangerous at all, even at this point. Even at level 5. Frozen corpse. They're frozen zombies. See, they're special. You think they could have at least just like palette swapped them blue? Skeleton frost sword. Well, I did notice the skeleton's doing a little bit of frost damage, so that's kind of awesome. I think we're getting to the end of the video here. Or no, we have a couple more minutes left. Excuse me. But yeah, we're not going to make it too much further into these tunnels tonight. In the next video, I do explore them a lot more thoroughly. But there's just a lot to them, as we will see. I think we fight a new enemy somewhere in the tunnels, and it's a doozy. Like, it's something that the warrior is not really well suited to fighting. So it'll be fun doing that. And they like to throw a lot of them at you. I don't know why, but they do. I guess they figure it was a good idea. Because the warrior dude is like even with this bad setup that I have, he's like a friggin' powerhouse. I think that's why some people said the game's really easy. Because he can just take a freaking beating and just keep going. Pretty much is how a warrior should be in these games, but maybe a little too tanky. I wonder who did the sound effects, because they sound really good. Like, I had a shitty pair of headphones last time I was doing this, and I didn't really get like the full effect for them, but I liked them. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more. We'll find our way through these tunnels. So until next time, good luck and happy gaming.